check it out, man. Brand new to the game of chess, right? I mean, I used to play, but when I say I used to play, it was extremely casual. It's like, by playing checkers, okay, cool. I know how some of the pieces move. I don't even know the names of all the pieces. I just know the king, the queen, the knight, the pawn. Then I don't know the other diagonal ones and all that. So, start of a new journey, man. Hopefully you guys take this journey with me. And hopefully you guys learn as well. You know, hopefully you find it entertaining. Hopefully this is something that you do look into. I feel like there's so many benefits to playing chess, man. So many benefits to everyday life. But this is going to be one of my more longer videos on YouTube. You know, I'm basically going to try not to crop as much, you know, try not to cut scenes as much. And we're just going to take it, you know, step by step. I want you guys to learn with me, you know. And so, but I'm not going to go through all the tutorials. I just want to know how everything moves because I have an idea of how things move. I just need to know the name and stuff like that. And we're going to get some basic defense in. So I'm going to look up basic defenses. Then we're going to hop into it, man, and play a few games and just see how we do, man. But, yeah, so that's as far as I have gotten. That's as far as I've gotten in my chess career. So I'm still, like, very beginner, but I want to change that. So what do we have here? We have the king. All right, the king and the goal, okay? So chess is won by checkmating, trapping the opponent's king. The king can move to any square that's directly up and down a side. Yeah, but I think it can only move one. So you can only move one square with the king in any direction, but only one square, as far as I'm concerned. Now the queen, all right, queen can move backward side. Okay, I know the queen can move any way, diagonal, front, back, side, and as much as she wants to. You can, you know, go the whole board with one try, I guess you could say. Okay, the rook. Okay, so this is what the rook is. The rook is the cylinder-shaped one. So that's the rook. And I do know that the rook can only go forward and backwards, but as many squares as they want. Okay, the bishop. Okay, that's what it's called, the diagonal one. Okay, the bishop can move diagonally like a queen, but not forward or backward or sideways. Okay, so only diagonal is the bishop. Okay. Let's see. One on a light square and one on a dark square. So yeah, I can go as many as I want this way, as many as I want. Or is it just one? No, I don't think that's right. Oh, okay. It says each side starts with two bishops, one on a light square, one on a dark square. Okay. But yeah, you can move as much as you want diagonally. Okay, so I kind of get it. I mean, I've played before. Okay, the knight. Yeah, I know the knight. Okay, so with the knight, you can go up 2 and over 1. Or you can go down 2 over 1. Or something like that. And then the pawn is usually 1. Okay, so the pawns move 1 square forward and cannot move back. A pawn may advance 2 squares on its first move. Okay. Pawns can only capture 1 square diagonally ahead. Okay, so I can go diagonally, but only 1. Pawns move 1 square forward and cannot move back. A pawn may advance 2 squares on its first move. Okay. Pawn promotion. Okay, when the pawn reaches the end of the board, so if I start here and I go all the way to the end of the board, it promotes. It turns into another piece. Most of the time, the players promote it to a queen. Okay, cool. So you can, I guess if I get a pawn, which is not going to happen often unless you're playing like a rookie. I don't think pawns usually make it to the end. But if so, then I could promote it to a queen. And then I'd have 2 queens, which is basically a GG's. Setting up the board. Okay, cool. Now let's look into basic defense. I just want basic defense. I don't want to go in there just kind of, you know, risking it or whatever. So let's go into basic defense. Okay, so here we are on the chess website. Okay, if you go to chess and then you go over here to learn, you hit openings, right? These are the openings. This is absolutely insane. They have so many openings, and each opening has its own name. Each opening has its own tactic. Opening is basically how you start the game, and then obviously how you would play defense, I guess, right? but 120 items. So I could literally go down here. You know, they have English opening. Okay, that's just... The thing is that a chessboard has numbers too. So if you go to the chessboard, right, you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And then up, you have numbers. So it would be A1, right? A2, A3, A4, A5. You know, B4, C1, which would be right here, or, you know, D6, which would be like up here. So it's over alphabetically, and then up would be numbers. Okay, so that's pretty cool. But these guys, man, some of these guys that I watch play are just like, I mean, it's just absolutely insane just how well, you know, how they've implemented their game, you know, so. But we're here to take over, man. I'm taking over this chess community. So let's see. Trompowski attack. Closed Sicilian. I believe that's how that's pronounced. Closed Sicilian defense. So that would be, what was that? A, B, C, D, E. Right? E1, 2, 3. I don't... I have no idea. I have no idea how this works, man. Let's see. King's Indian. I'm just going to pick a basic defense, and we're going to go and work with that. So what's something... Scotch game? Thing is, I don't like how they're leaving their queens and stuff open. I'm not really a fan of that, especially being a beginner. So let's see if I can find a defense that looks somewhat reasonable. And then King's Indian, bayonet attack. French defense. I at least got to have someone over the queen, right? This is interesting. So, let's see what we can find. Italian game? Scotch game. Okay, so what is this? Italian game. Okay, Italian game is one of the oldest openings in chess and has been around for centuries. This classical E4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, so this right here, this number right here is going to be the opening. Okay, so E4 opening, which can lead to slower and potential games. Open tactical battles, okay. So I would open, so I'd have the E4, and then I guess the knight would be in this position, right? Why not? I guess each game I'm going to try a different defense and see what kind of works. But I kind of want to stick with... I just kind of chose this one. But this one looks somewhat... what's the word? Cautious, I guess you could say. So how would I learn this? I'm not trying to hear all that. Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, interesting. So, right, first move, so I'd move 2. So the pawns can move 2, right? The pawns can move 2 spaces on the first try, on the first attempt. And then they would move. And then I would move the knight, which can go up 2 and over 1. So I would move the knight right here above the bishop. So this would be above the bishop right here. So over 2 or up 2 over 1. Then they would move. Then I would move the bishop to C4. Okay, over 2 or up 2. And move the knight. So this is the pawn above the king that I'd move to. Then I move this on the right side. Okay, and then I'd move the bishop all the way to C. Why not all the way? I guess because a pawn could take that or something. But they went ahead and moved the bishop to C4. Okay. It's interesting. Okay, so you have the C4 bishop. And then where do you go from here? That's the thing. I guess it's just... All right, let's try that. So I'm going to play online. Let me switch this up. Yeah. All right, so here we are. Right? So, as you see, my score, well, you can't see my score, but I'm a 600 overall, which is the noobest of the noob. So I'm going to play online. New game, games. Let's see. I'm going to go. Why is my screen kind of cut off? I'll fix that if I need to. Let's see. Okay, so I want to do. The thing is, I'm not really sure. I want to play this. How about a 10-minute game? 10-minute rapid. Let's go 15. Play. Go ahead and do this. This over. Why is my screen cut off? That's no good. Okay, so I think we're good now. I think I fixed my screen. Cool. We're going to have to rock with it like this for now. Game aborted. Awesome. All right, let's try this again. All right, let's try this again. So I ended up having to fix my screen. That person left. Cool. I think we're good to go. Okay, so we wanted to do right above the queen and go up 2. That was the defense we're looking at, okay? And then this one was going to be, I already forgot. I think it was this one, up 2 over 1. This is the Italian game defense. Right? Now I need to move the bishop to c4. Then from there on, I'm just going to wing it. Right? I'm just going to wing it. Or was it c5? No, I think it was c4, wasn't it? Crap, I already forgot. No, I think it was c4, yeah. Okay, and then from here, I'm not sure. But this is a basic setup of the Italian game. Now, can they move diagonal, these pawns? I think they can move diagonal, right? So how about we be kind of aggressive? What does this mean? Why is it highlighted? I guess that was his last move. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. I don't want to bring my queen out too early, so I can't take this one. Yeah. They can move diagonal. I'm gonna go here. I don't think a pawn can take this one, right? This one is definitely going to get that one, but I can get the left from here, so I need to move this up. this guy's going to come and take that. So what I need to do is... I can only take diagonally. Okay, so I'm going to move this up. Because if this bishop takes this pawn, I'm going to take him with the knight. At least that's what I'm thinking. This is really cool. This is awesome. I mean, because it's nothing but strategy. And I have no strategy. Right? So then I take the knight and I take this guy. Yeah, boom. So that's what I'm wanting. Now, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so the pawns can take anything as long as it's diagonal. Okay. Interesting. So I want... What do we want in here, boys? Need my knight. Okay, so if he goes up one diagonally here or here, I can take him. So I need to leave this one in the middle. Because what I can do is I can take this pawn if he gets right here. So I need to get my... Yeah, I could probably actually check this king. It'd be check. The king would have to move. And then I need to try to set up maybe this king right here. So what I want to do, if I put my queen over here, this would be a really aggressive move, but I can check this king and nothing can get me from here. Because I can always move my queen back. I just want to get him over here and then try to take him. So what I need to do is actually move this guy over. I'm going to try to set this up so I can just go straight for it. I know this is probably the worst move possible, but who knows? This is really interesting. Man, I am such a noob at this game. It's not even funny. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But at least I'm trying to create certain angles, right? I'm thinking ahead. I'm trying to think ahead of, if I do this, what's the consequences or what's the benefit, right? But this is actually really fun. Yeah, I see. I kind of just gave him that's bad. Just gave him like a free, so he can take diagonally on this one. Interesting. Okay. Where do I go from here? You can take this diagonally. Can't take this one, but the problem is this guy. Yeah, I kind of screwed up my opening. down to over 1. Probably right here. Because he can't move forward, or can he? Oh man, he might be able to move forward. I forget. It's on the pawn's first 2. He can move forward. I think this is still his first one. He'd probably actually take this one. That's not good. I kind of dig myself a hole. Okay. Now I'm like determined to get better. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm like determined to get better. Move the queen. The queen's going to go straight down. If I take this, he can take that from the right. I think this is the right move. Too bad I can't go left or right. Wow, I am like the most beginner of the beginner. Like beginner of the beginners. There is no strategy. This is basically a straight up freestyle and seeing what happens. Nice. Yeah. So how would I... The thing is, I don't want to get so distracted with the queen. So what I could do is... I can move the queen here, and I can take... I'm going to try... He's going to have to move that king, right? Diagonal here. I don't understand. I'm back here. This way. Can't go that way. I'm gonna need to play more aggressive. Like, none of my pawns are still here. I need to move these guys. Isn't that the right move? Because I can't take that queen because that pawn can take my queen, right? This is really confusing. So I need to figure out what I'm supposed to do after that opening. Or I guess I just wing it from there. I guess that's what they do, but I need to look more into that. Italian defense or something like that. But the setup was fine. It worked out. Yeah, this is not good. I think that's a right move. I think I have his queen basically trapped. Son of a gun. Yeah, I need this guy right here in this position. I'm gonna have to move this guy no matter what. Problem is, where do I move him to? Down to over 1, so... I think this is the right move, is right here, because I can take him. We have to go this way. 2, down 1, down 2. So he goes down 2, over 1. He's gonna take me, right? Good. Okay, I've never really had to think this much strategy before. This is really interesting. I've done nothing but think this entire time. Here, give me diagonal. If I go here, thing is, I'm playing way too aggressive. If I take this one right here, this one, get me diagonally. This one. I think that'll be fine. Yes, let's go, man! Let's freaking go! Checkmate, baby. Let's freaking go. Haha. Okay. Maybe your boy's taking over. Let's go, man. 2 mistakes. You guys can't see this side, but it says I've made 2 mistakes, 3 blunders, and 0 missed wins. So yeah, I thought that was right. Let's go, man. Game review. The game review. Accuracy was 52.8. Okay, it says D5 is the last book move. Wow, so it gives you a breakdown. That's insane. This is awesome because, okay, so it's giving you a breakdown of how you're supposed to go. Okay, so I moved that pawn to D5, right? Next key move. Okay, A5 is a blunder. Oh, this is switched around. So it's H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Okay, so it's A, B, C, D on the black side, and then the white side would be A, B, C. Okay, so it switches. But the numbers are kind of, and the numbers switch. What's confusing? Okay, so I have a pawn over here. You can't really see because of the screen, but I have a pawn right here. It says the bishop is undefended. So this move loses material. Yeah. Yeah, but not really, because isn't that a part of the move? Well, whatever it is, that's fine. Let's go, man. First W. Your boy's taking over the game. We're taking over the game. I'm taking over chess, baby.